Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance. This is a TS-5. It's an American Tier 8 premium tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Ensk Encounter, and it's under the command of Filipperino. Yes, he's back in action. Sent us 2 replays, and they're really good ones, so I'm looking forward to this. You can see 2 marks of excellence on the barrel of this TS-5. It's armed with a 120mm gun, which is capable of 400 alpha and penetrating 248mm of armor with standard rounds, and with heat rounds that goes up to 300. So it's a pretty potent tank destroyer any time of the day. Okay, first target. Lovely shot there on the Scorpion. 456, which is a high roll. Now, one of the great things about the armour on this tank is that it's, well, apart from the little cupola, it's fairly much impregnable. You can get shots between the tracks underneath the... there's a small section of the hull which is penetrable. Just next to the tracks on underside, on where the lower plate is. And that Tiger is regretting coming around that corner now. And he's out the game. There you go. Made a mistake. Paid for it. No, I love the TS-5 actually, because it's such a robust tank destroyer. It was designed in the 50s, 1954. They came up with a number of assault tank destroyers, and he fires a round into the ISU 152K almost without aiming, but just pointed in the general direction. Took an HE round back from that ISU 152, and he's got the troll cannon, the BL-10, and he's now at the game. So he's remarkably lucky to get away with only 140 hit points lost, considering that was a BL-10 firing back at him. Yes, it is the troll cannon in a premium tank destroyer, the 152K. He's worried about that Hawk 30. I don't think he really should be worried so much. Yes, that's what you should be worried about, Arty. Okay, 2-barrel tank. It's the IS-22. IS-22. No, he doesn't. He's not a ballerina. He doesn't wear a tutu. But he does take rounds in his lower plate, and you can see those rounds are just carving straight through. That Pantera almost trying to get away. Too late. You're next in the garage. IS-22 has gone round the corner, but it's not going to save you. Back to the garage you go. Yeah, even with 2 barrels, he's not going to be safe from a tank destroyer like this, driven by one of the best players in the game. So, who's next? Well, there's got to be somebody over here, because there was a Scorpion over here earlier in the game. There he is. Say goodnight. Oh, he got a high roll, but it's not enough to take him out of the game, but he's going for the Udes, who's going out of siege mode as quickly as he can to try and get away. Unfortunately, Filipperino couldn't get that one in on the target before he moved, and he's moved into cover again. He's trying to hide, but it's not going to protect him. And Filipperino's just going to hit the quarter of him. That's it. High roll again. Just keep going. Go for the kill. And the Progetto kill steals. Well, we won't hold that against the Progetto. Now, there's only 1 tank up on the enemy at the moment, so it's not a runaway win, but with Filipperino on your team, it's very likely to be. I do really enjoy this tank destroyer because it's one that just keeps on going. It's almost relentless. And in fact, actually, the only spot that you actually need to worry about is that cupola on the right side as we're looking at it right now, because that is vulnerable. So you kind of try to hide that part of the vehicle if you can. Okay, we've got a T-44 coming back, and here he comes. Do you want a round? Here we go. Take one in your engine bay. 385, he's out the game, just like that. The kill goes to the Progetto again. Kill stealing. How many kills that guy got? 4 kills now. That's a consummate kill stealer. 4 kills. Is he going for a Top Gun or something, that guy? Yes, he's got 5 kills now. And he's in platoon with the TDP. Okay, what have we got around this corner? It's a Defender. Okay, so hide your cupola. That's it. Go to lower plate. And there you go. 1 Defender. That's 3 kills now for Filipperino. Potentially he's got the high caliber already, but he'll need to keep it up because otherwise somebody else might take it away from him. Okay, we've got a Red Luis around the corner. Where is he? So he's a little further away, so we've got to drive to get to him. But he's just trying to get the right angle to approach. Okay, we've got a T-54 first prototype behind us. Still 3 all, so it's still anybody's battle. But of course, as I said, with Filipperino on your side, makes it a lot easier to win. And here comes the Red Luis. Hello! Take 1 round. A high roll, 428, bounces the round that came back. Okay, all he needs to do is bully this tank now. Red Luis really has only got very strong armour at the front, but it's not going to be able to withstand the round. He's hoping for Filipperino to come after him. He's almost daring him to chase him. Yes, you can see that. He fired a round in just as he passed into the rear of Filipperino. He's hoping that his teammates will actually catch up with him. In fact, there's now only 2 left on Filipperino's team. 3 left on the enemy's team. They still have an Arty, but he's going to get... Well, I'd say the best thing for him to do would be go after the T-54 first prototype and leave this Red Luis to think that we're still chasing him, but we'll whittle away some of his teammates first, get rid of them, and then we'll deal with him once we've got a little time on our hands. Okay, T-54 takes aim. Nice shot. 342 makes him a 1 shot, 2 hit points left. Wargaming, couldn't you have given us just those 2 hit points? It was a low roll. And there you go. We've got them. Okay, so that's 4 kills now for Filipperino. Now it's only an Arty and the Red Luis left. The Red Luis knows already that we're dangerous and takes another round for 457. High roll again. We really need to find the Lorraine and finish him off. So instead of chasing after the Red Luis, we're just going to head for the Lorraine and see if we can find him. Scorpion's following us at the moment. I think the best thing for him to do, we go through the field and come out the other side, and then we meet together somewhere where the Lorraine might be located, which I think will be on the K row. Oh, there's the Red Luis again, just passing. Now, we were spotted. He probably knows that we're chasing him. But I do wonder if he's leading us into a trap with the Lorraine, or if he's going to try it. Yes, he did try it again. He shot into our side. And I'm afraid Filipperino fell for that one. But now the Red Luis got trapped. And the Scorpion G gets the kill. So now it's just a matter of forcing the Lorraine to come into the game and come to the cap and face us. With 2 in the cap, it's going to be very difficult for the Lorraine. In fact, actually, the Scorpion G's decided he's going to go off and hunt the Lorraine on his own. There he is. Oh, wonderful shot! Right at long range. He judged that one perfectly. The Scorpion sort of like frightened him out of his little nest, and, well, Filipperino bagged him. Lovely shot there. Wins the game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Filipperino in the TS-5. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 8 in this one. A fighter pantry getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 5, 1/3 of the enemy team. A fighter effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, and a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. And of course he got a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on the team, and he did get the high caliber in the end because he did more damage than anyone else. I suspect that he actually carried his team, and just look at how much he did. There you go, 6,689 hit points of damage. Nobody else was really near him in that one. The highest scorer on the enemy team was their Lorraine 40 ton, who did 2,896 hit points, followed by that T-54 first prototype, who did 2,446. Highest scorer on his own team was that Progetto, the Kill Stealer, who did 2,201 hit points, and the Scorpion 1480. When it came to kills, it was Filipperino got 5 kills, but he shared the top spot with that T-54 first prototype. He got 5, and so did the Progetto, the kill stealer. And if the Progetto hadn't stolen those kills, then I think Filipperino would have ended up possibly with a Radley's or at least a Top Gun at the very least. And when it came to base XP, it was Filipperino, of course. He was the only player to get over 1,000 base, but look at that, 1,940 base XP. You rarely see as high an XP as that one, but that's because Filipperino is a very, very good player, and basically he carried his team virtually all alone. I mean, the Scorpion does have to take some credit because he nailed that Reveille in the end, but it's only because Filipperino flushed him out and then drove him straight towards the Scorpion's guns. The Progetto managed to get 954 base, and the Scorpion managed to get 742, just ahead of the enemy T-54 first prototype at 713. Filipperino fired 23 rounds in that game, got 19 direct hits and 19 penetrations, and most of it with standard ammo. In fact, I think it was always standard ammo. 6,689 hit points of damage, of which 456 were at more than 300 meters. He received 9 hits from the enemy in that game, 2 penetrations, 5 non-penetrations, and 2 hits by way of splash damage, and blocked 1,630 hit points of damage by armor. 2 enemy vehicles were spotted, 11 enemy vehicles were damaged, 5 killed, and 791 hit points of damage assistance, plus he got 12 capture points while he was sitting in the cap at the end of the game. 119,425 credits on a premium count, and after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, he took away a profit of 125,196 credits. I think there's something extra there that Wargaming is not telling us about, because if you deduct all of those sums from that, you don't end up with this figure, so he obviously earned a lot more from something else. 1,940 XP times 2 for the first victory, 5,820 from personal missions payout, and 291 because this is a premium vehicle, and took away 11,931 experience points altogether. So a very satisfactory round there by Filipperino in the TS-5, which I consider to be one of the must-have tank destroyers in your inventory. In fact, it was actually given as part of a marathon some time back, but it's still worth getting even if you don't have it in your garage, because it is just so much fun bulldozing through the enemy. And just take a hint of what Filipperino did. He cleverly hid all his weak spots from the enemy, in using the railway carriages when he was taking on that defender, because that defender could have done serious damage to him if he'd managed to hit him in the weak spot, the cupola. But he hid it from the defender and just took him out the game with one shot. So it just goes to show this thing is powerful if it's played correctly. So hats off to Filipperino for this one. He's got another replay coming up, and I said that is also in the TS-5, and that's an equally special one, so do stick around and watch that one. Thanks for watching.